I'm not garbage.
We'll agree to disagree, love. What's this? A lunchbox? Ha! A living lunchbox! Monster! I'm gonna tell the mayor!
Well, we're here. Let's see where here is, Dicey.
Even had a feeling, call it a hint, that her new friend Dicey would be able to open that door for her. All it would take would be a roll or two.
Dicey! There!
And that feeling was correct.
Look, it's that ghost again.
Yes, I was just going to say that. But what did it want? Did you hear? The new moon is finished. It is wonderful to finally look up at the sky at night and see two perfect moons. When it comes to the new moon, I'm of two minds. And they both love it. Oh, have you come to see our new moon? Oh, you're in for a treat.
What did that's the game? Så boy, sai dai det då. Måste bara leda. Oj, kan dai det. Måste bara ge på. Och för det då bara. Mun dai gate. Och dan det ja. Maja det. Men stöjde. Och bajsa. Nej, då står. Nej, då var det. Vad är då? Mydaste. Och löjde. Mydaste. Nej, stöjde bara.
Good morning, world! It's a beautiful day, my favorite kind.
Any second now. Oh, curse it too. Though I suppose you can't have the sweet without the sour. Attention to town. Now hear this. The queen is rolled or two. I repeat, the queen is rolled or two. Her will is now manifest. Long may she reign. Random rules.
Oh, a two! What a delightful...
Way to make a perfectly awful day even worse. Another dreary day, everyone. Just muddle through this horrid life until death finally claims us.
belong here. What are you looking at? You heard me. We've got enough problems here without strange weirdos wandering around town. Just keep telling yourself that, kid. And while you're at it, tell yourself that you're not missing anything by having just one personality. I seen you when the dice got rolled. You didn't change a bit. That tells us you're not from Two-Town. I reckon you're a oner, and you don't belong here. It seemed to even that there were two sides to every story, especially here in Two-Town, where even the residents seem to be of two minds.
Hey! I've got cards to trade. Cards, cards, I got cards here, the greatest cards in the land, from my body to your hands. Yes! But was I born with a store for a body? Or did I somehow force my body to become a store? Well, you'll never know, because you'll become instantly distracted by all of the fantastic cards I have for sale. Ooh, I can tell you've got an eye for cards. Always terrific to meet another connoisseur. Manny Dex, at your service. Yes, of course. It's a combination of card plus connoisseur. It's a portmanteau, you see, which I guess is itself a combination of ports and mantos. Whatever those are. Now listen, since you're a fellow connoisseur, and since business is slow, I'm gonna do you a solid, mate. Old Manny Dex is gonna give you a lovely binder to hold your cards in, on the house. We'll just need to teach you how to use it. Now then, what with that shiny new binder with all those blank pages in it, you're probably in the market for some new cards, eh? Well, good news! It just so happens I've got the greatest cards in the land from my body to your hands. Ha ha! And at the best prices too. Where do I... Oh, mate, if I tell you my sources, what's to stop you from turning your body into a store and setting up a competing shop, eh? I ask you. Yeah, good one, mate. I'm afraid I can't tell you the provenance of my cards, just that they're an amazing deal. Best in random, only in random. Is everyone in my family a store, you ask? Honestly, I think the answer to that is pretty obvious. Glad you agree. Then we both agree the answer to that question is pretty obvious. Mate, we're all born one way, and we all decide what we want to do with that. I was born with an interest in trading cards and decided to absolutely lean into my interest in trading cards. All the way, mate. Woohoo! Ha-ha! No regrets. Card enthusiast and living store at your service.
Bevan was beginning to learn a lot about this new part of random, but not, unfortunately, how to escape it.
Been dealt a bad hand, have you? Ah, never mind. Trade it in for a new one with me. Oh, Manny Dex. I've got a card up my sleeve, in my chest, up my nose, up me... well, everywhere. Let's trade.
The door was locked. Perhaps someone nearby was in possession of a key.
Have you seen the Upside Down town? I'm building it. The flipped city in the sky. You can't miss it. It's not just me, of course. Lots of construction jobs up there. That whole site was designed by Her Royal Highness, the Queen. It's the ultimate expression of Two-Town. Name's Smokey, by the way. This Is that what you think we are? A city full of evil twins? Well, we're not. We're a city of halves, and every half is divided differently. Some down the middle, some across the side, some with a little sections here and there that add together to half. Everyone is different. Some call the upside downtown a mere distraction, a minor obsession of the Queen designed simply to keep us all busy. You know what those people are called? That's it. The Queen is amazing. Her ideas are amazing. The new city reflects that. It's the ultimate expression of Two-Town, what it was always meant to be. Two cities in one. I'm sorry. I'm on break now, and Smokey only gets a little time for himself, don't he? So you'll have to excuse my rudeness, but I don't have much else to say.
It was the Queen's Royal Robot Guards. She had to think fast. She had to roll the dice.
pathetic. Question's not who I am, love. It's who you're with. That six-sided fellow by your side. Tell me about him. Hey, you. Come. Just want to ask you a few questions, love. Like about who you're with. That six-sided fellow by your side. Tell me about him. Oh, sure you don't. But then, maybe I start talking to other people instead. Maybe I start telling them all about you. I think you got one of them dice by your side. See, most people wouldn't recognize them no more. They've been extinct for so long. Banned by the Queen, and she's got a terrifying black one. The only one left in all the land. Or so she thinks. I'm sure you don't. Having a dice is treason, after all. Be careful out there, love. There might not be many of us left who know what you're up to. But you can't fool everyone all of the time. See you round, kid. So, it does speak. And with the ancient dice tongue. How intriguing. Oh, feisty little one, ain't ya? No need to threaten the curious. Do say I to the Queen once she does find you. Hmm?
I don't know, Dicey. But I didn't like her one bit. Dicey, there! Dicey, over there! Dicey! Dicey, there! Go on, Dicey!
Life was insane and beautiful. A glorious mess. Those who wielded dice would challenge each other in grand board game tournaments to win favor from the king or queen, or even just each other. The rules were wild and capricious, the games even more so. And everyone in Random loved them, and the dice wielders themselves, with all their heart. Crispy twigs? Kids love crispy twigs? To answer your question, yes, business is slow.
Who wants some super juice?
Hey,
I got
kid!
super juice
I'm
here.
selling crispy twigs here. Crispy twigs to try.
Seller, street socks. Get your socks here. Seller, street socks. Get your socks here. Sock 2-packs. One for each of you. It's the perfect pair for the perfect pair. Seller, street socks. Get your socks here.
Kid, all
You
got
want
what
a free
all kids
sample of
crave.
super juice? Too
Crispy
bad.
twigs. The crispiest in town.
Get your pre-chewed food here, smooth and silky. Food's not nice unless it's been chewed twice. Tired of mastication? Let me do the hard work for you.
Seller, street socks. Get your socks here.
Slicer boy, stay for payday. Restore the bar. Funde.
Oh,
Islands for sale, and pet scorpions too. Those are the
I need inspiration. I'd trade my Gubblegregor for a flash of genius. I'm through Pipkin, by the way. I am an artist, but not with paints or music. My art is the art of trading, and I want to push the art forward. Trading Gubblegregors is so routine. I want to trade something that hasn't been traded before.
Say, you wouldn't be willing to trade for that costume your friend is wearing, are you?
I figured. Probably wouldn't fit too many folks anyway. Plus, people have traded costumes before. If you ever have anything to trade, you'll come see me, right? Especially something unusual. Excellent. Keep your eyes peeled.
Help! Help! I'm being attacked by robots!
I got a 50% off sale. That's twice as cheap as normal. My stock is twice as good as the competition. They've recently made their stock twice as good. So, mine is twice as good.
Stroke! Get your fresh stroke! Straight out of the tube! That's dinner for two!
Get your food here. I've only had dice described to me, kid, but that costume is dead on. Sale on food. My
The
grandpa.
heart of Two Town was even greater and bigger and scarier than in the most outlandish stories she'd heard the Junkers tell in one croft.
Hi, I'm Harry Twofold. I love the Upside Down Town. It's a whole second Two Town.
And I can't stand them. I hate that stupid thing. It's a huge mistake. Sorry, you must have been speaking to my other half. I hate it.
By which I mean, it rules! Yeah, that's kind of my whole thing.
But one thing will always remain consistent: my love for the Upside Down Town. It's beautiful and great and...
I hate it. Worst idea we ever had.
brilliant in both conception and execution. A
disaster in waiting that will
make everyone happy.
To die one day so that they can escape this horrible monster city.
And then go to heaven, which will be exactly like the new Upside Down Town. You know, my doctor said the same thing. That getting so overwhelmed with the upside downs of this world all the time wasn't good for me. I called him an insensitive low roller and left, but maybe this time I should listen. Okay, have a nice
and depressing
day.
Even decided she couldn't quite keep up with Mr. Twofold.
That's a spiffy nice costume, kid. My grandmother told me about him.
fried bacon there, kid. Look, let me repay you with a deal. I'm looking to trade a weird-looking four-sided skull for a Gubblegregger. That'll be just the thing I need to Gubblegreg my way out of future robot trouble. What do you say, kid? You don't know what a Gubblegregger is? Forget it then, kid. But, you know, do come back if by any chance you happen to find one.
Indubitably, we're twins. We finish each other's sentences. We double each other's happiness. We share each other's husbands. We multiply each other's... Wait, what? What? You said we share each other's husbands. Yep, I don't. You've been kissing my husband? Oh my god! Two-timer! It's double the fun! Please excuse us. We need to talk about this. Sorry.
Even decided she'd already inserted herself into the lives of the twins quite enough.
That is such a creative dice costume. No way, Ronaldo. Are you seeing this?
What's a dice?
Words for sale. Who wants to buy a word? Here's one for free. Syzygy.
Hello! Can I interest you in a potion? Wait a minute. I don't know you. I only sell potions to my regular customers. I don't give out my art willy-nilly. You're not from around here, are you? You must feel lost.
It would be logical to give her a summary of the town that she finds herself in.
I was getting to that. Jeez! It would be logical of me to give you a summary of the town you find yourself in. As you may have noticed, we're big into duality here.
even though it has its not unsubstantial downsides.
By the card makers, I'm speaking, Jorid!
Split personality, though ours is more unfortunate than most. Jared and I don't agree on very much these days. Ah, keen question suggesting a logical mind. Everyone in Two Town is split, but it's not always the same way. I am fated to always be battling my other half, but even on my worst days, I know that it's fair.
We battle it out, and it's a great system. As you can see, Jorid and I are in conflict a lot. We want different things in business, in life, in love.
In that some of us don't want love because it's an illogical distraction.
And some of us want to get mad kissy.
Also, we are at loggerheads over the direction of our business. But not for long. I am working on a potion to decide this once and for all. Yes, a potion to decide who is in charge. Whoever drinks it will be the leader once and for all, regardless of what the dice say.
Which will be me.
You misspoke. As anyone could clearly see that I am intended to be the one in charge. If you simply reason it out, you'll see that...
You know what? I have had it with your condescending and your precious logic.
An emotional and frankly embarrassing response, dare I say, cringe-worthy?
You two enjoy talking. I'm out of here. La 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 la, can't hear you. La 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 la, can't hear you.
Ah, we have a few moments of privacy. There is one thing. That potion I mentioned. I need ingredients to finish it. And I'm afraid time is of some matter because my partner is working on a similar potion. One that will lock me out for good. It's logical, therefore, that I finish my potion first. So, if you'd be so kind as to find what I need before that happens, I would appreciate it. Even with these fingers in my ear, that sounded like a no. But perhaps it was a yes? It's logical for me to assume that it was a yes. Yes. Now then, I require 3 bloobs. Unremarkable organisms distinguished by their loud screams. Listen for their sounds, and you'll find them. And don't worry about harvesting them for my experiments. My research indicates that it is actually quite ethical and logical for me to do this. I assure you it makes no difference to them. They loathe their existence all the same. All I require is that you find 3 bloobs for me, and I'll have all that I need. Oh, and there's a mighty reward in it for you. In conclusion, what I've said is highly intriguing, and if I were you, I'd go find those bloobs. Promptly. Farewell, kind stranger.
He's gone, yeah? No, he's gone. We can talk in private. Listen, before you go, that potion that we're working on, I need ingredients first to finish it. Because as soon as he gets control again, my partner is going to invent a potion to lock me out for good. There's no stopping him. It's logical. So, if you'd be so kind as to find what I need before that happens, I'd be much obliged. Perfect! Oh, perfect! Okay, I'll need 3 bloobs, same as him, but you need to give them to me. Oh, and there's a reward in it for you. I know, it's so intriguing. If I were you, I'd go find those ingredients to discover what it is.
stakes with a new card. Manny's got what you need.
And lo, did the number 2 come to random, and lo, it was good. Oh dear, do I ever shut up? And lo, did the number 2 inspire all to praise the Queen for twice as long. And lo, did the Queen bless us with not 1, but 2 towns, and 2 moons rather than simply the boring one. And lo, did my other side have nothing of interest to preach? Quiet you, today is my day. And lo, did the number 2 come to random, and lo, it was good. Oh dear, do I ever shut up? And lo, did the number 2 inspire all to praise the Queen for twice as long. And lo, did the Queen bless us with not 1, but 2 towns, and 2 moons rather than simply the boring one. And lo, did my other side have nothing of interest?
You dang little bloob critter! You can't hear that, can't you? That noise! Dang it! I'm trying to sleep, and that blabbed bloob is up on my roof making a ruckus. Lady, you'd do an old man's heart good if you could see your way to clearing those dang bloobs off my roof. All I want to do is nap. I'm old. I've spent more hours awake than anyone, and I deserve some moments of blessed unconsciousness. Quiet unconsciousness. You'll help me, won't you? I'll reward you or something. Thank you, little one. You've made an old man's heart want to fill with hope, which will happen as soon as this old man's ears are no longer filled with cotton to keep that darn noise down. Please don't dawdle now. I'm very old. Quiet down! I'm old and I'm tired, and I demand you respect that. Thank you, little one.
Vaatiken lemonade. Oh, pequeno. Toque nal canani. Ah, casnino. Oyo skilena. Hof non maneno. Teko menehaine. Toka manaina koinen hen. Take nasmena. Toka mona. Toka hanaha. Mokaska. Monika njena. Mokas hele kwana. Oskan ermel nehen.
Child, yes, you. Come closer. You, child. I believe we can be useful to each other. No lie, you. But the threads of fate weave strange fabrics indeed. You see, I've noticed that you have a dice with you. Indeed, indeed. I am just
speaking hypothetically. So, let's say, hypothetically, you have a dice, which of course you don't, which means you, hypothetically, have experience in their identification and true nature. I've heard tell of a dice circulating Cellar Street. Of course, it's been so long since a true dice has been here. People don't entirely recognize it for what it is. And if these rumors were true, well, I dare say you could be the one to find it. The folks dimly sense it has value. They treat it as something rare and unique, say a fossil, not knowing its true value, its true nature. I believe someone like yourself could trade for it, or at the very least, trade up to it. Hypothetically, of course, and if you did hypothetically succeed in possessing such a dice, well, I'd be interested, and I'd make it worth your while. Worth your while, indeed. Oh, goodness. You can't, child. But you can trade with me. That's all I'm asking. I've told you all I can. Except that I've heard whispers that someone is buying words, and someone else is selling them. And that would be where I'd start. Make yourself useful, child. Trade and trade until, before you know it, you've got your hands on one of those dangerous, awful, deadly dice. And then you give it to me, and I will take care of it.
Behold, the door to Three Town. Alas, the door was sealed shut, and only a roll of a 3 would open it. But Evan's friend was 1 dot short. He could only roll a 1 and a 2, and Evan would have to find a way to upgrade him.
Strange. What's up with these little guys? Well, I wonder if they could fix you.
Roll your dice and defeat all enemies. It's that simple.
It seemed as though Dicey was affecting
More
that
sugar
giant
to the board game.